often mathematicians and mathematics education researchers tend to wind up on opposite sides of the interpretation question. What I'd like to show you now is a document that was developed collaboratively by mathematicians and mathematics education researchers as a statement of common ground to which most would agree. I think it's very relevant. It's certainly very relevant for me personally, having a degree in mathematics and a degree in mathematics education. It makes me feel much more whole. And I think it's very relevant also to the conversations that we've been having around the board table as well. Okay? So if you just give me a moment to pull that up. Okay. You'll notice that this is posted on the Mathematical Association of America website. It's a very short, concise document. I think it's a wonderful explanation of what we talk about when we look for balance in mathematics education. The three names on the top are mathematics education researchers. The three names on the bottom are mathematicians. And they give you a little history of having come together and trying to define terms. And their fundamental premises include basic skills being vitally important, include reasoning in mathematics, and include formulating and solving problems. Okay, so certainly still that balance. They go a little bit further and get a little bit more specific about some things that we have been discussing as a community. They do talk very clearly about the automatic recall of basic skills. Certainly, computational fluency in whole number arithmetic is vital, and they go on to describe what that means. They talk, I think, very frankly about calculators, that they do have a useful role even in the lower grades, but they must be used carefully so as not to impede the acquisition of fluency with basic facts and computational procedures. It's all in making the professional judgments about what to use when. We've had conversations about algorithms, certainly, and certainly we still need them. Students should be able to use the basic algorithms fluently, and they should also understand how and why they work. So once again, that balance. Fractions are in there. They have not lost anything in terms of importance. Real-world contexts are considered helpful for motivational reasons. However, it is not deemed to be elevated to a general principle because the fact is that some important topics may not, in fact, be real-world. So where we can make real-world connections, we certainly try to do that, and that's a good thing. Instructional methods is something that I think that the board and the public would find very helpful. And my key sentences would be here. We have had conversations around the table of different kinds of instruction, and this one I think very nicely says it. Students can learn effectively by a mixture of direct instruction, structured investigation, and particularly, I would say, at the younger grades, open exploration. Decisions about what is better taught through direct instruction and what might be better taught by structuring explorations for students should be made on the basis of the mathematics, the goals for learning, and the student's present skills and knowledge. And finally, reference to basically professional development, a solid understanding of the material for all teachers, and so on. So something that we certainly work toward. So I hope that that is helpful in terms of a description of what we mean by balance, both in our curriculum standards and in recommendations and agreements of mathematicians and mathematics education researchers. That being said, again, as we discussed earlier, we have heard some concerns at the microphone from parents from Trevelle, and we are continuing to work on that. Parents have received some information about what we are doing, and we have promised to keep them advised as we move forward. So I'm hoping that that's helpful, and there's an invitation to the public to take a look at any of the materials that we have listed.
Thank you.